Yo, what's going on, guys? It's ShamefulPenguin here, back with another video. Today we're getting started on Act 7. I'm actually going to vendor really quick because I always forget to in the beginning of the acts. Yeah, getting started in Act 7. I uploaded all the videos I had currently at the time I recorded this video, so everything is up pretty good. I spent a while yesterday working on all that. I could have put some of that back in my stash, but I don't need to. It's whatever. I'm really excited to come play this build again. I do have some changes in this build because of all the research I've been doing. It's been like 2, maybe 3 days since I played this build last, because I've been really busy with other things, and then I wanted to get everything uploaded. So I kind of figured out the build I'm probably going to be playing. I'm not going to be using multi-totem support. I'm just going to be using spell totem for the Forbidden Rite, but we're going to be using multi-totem on the, what's it called? Wither totems, actually. So that's what I've finally decided I'm going to be doing, at least for like early game maps, while leveling, see how I like it. If I'm like really not liking it for whatever reason, I'll maybe switch back to multiple totems, but that's the route I'm going to be going with. It seems like the more popular choice as well. It's kind of unfortunate because having 6 totems seems really neat, but you know, having Wither is pretty important. Max stacks of Wither increases your DPS by a lot, so that's what I'm going to be going with. I'm also going to be still rocking Greater Volley, other than rocking regular Volley or no Volley. I think Greater Volley is the choice for sure until you get a Rain of Splinters. Then you need to make your decision if you want to run regular Volley or just keep it as is. I like Greater Volley if you're going to be focusing on like clearing a lot of maps still. I think Greater Volley is a good choice because it just makes it a lot more convenient. It just adds that many more projectiles, which is really good. But if you are focusing on boss DPS, min-maxing your sheet DPS for sure, then I'd be recommending just maybe taking it off or go with Volley. I think I'll go the Volley route, just one regular Volley. Oh, we need to go back down to Crossroads and back across to grab the map. But yeah, I mean, if you really prefer spell totem with multiple totems as your play style, which I really do, because like casting 2 at a time is really good. Once we get Soul Mantle, we'll curse ourselves and we'll get the max stack of curse really fast. And we can sustain that very easily. But, you know, if sheet DPS doesn't really lie all the time, and it says it's better, so I'm gonna believe it. If you can, there are some uniques that make this build like way crazy good. I'm not using any uniques on this build because I want to emulate like a league start with this for you guys. So I want to go with trash gear and show you how good this build is still performing with garbage, 0 investment gear. But yeah, there's the boots. I forget what they're called. They have Totem Life on it, and Totem Life is like, you know how most builds it's usually like, oh, get flat lightning damage to scale your damage the best, or crit multi will scale it, but no, Totem Life scales this build like far more than any stat. It's crazy. So Totem Life is the play. So there's boots that give Totem Life. That's what we want. Soul Mantle is that kind of stuff.
It's my lucky day.
Yup. But yeah, that's my choices. There's a few changes on the tree. I've recently made the POB on a finalized leveling tree that I think is best, because I know this build a little bit better now. And yeah, there's a few things I need to go for on this tree. I'm gonna wait until I get 2 passive points to spec my thing, because I know I have a travel node waiting for me. And who needs travel nodes? I should get some decks as well, just so I can level up my volley and greater volley. Good thing I kept volley leveling, because I might be using it. Man, I miss these purple balls. Skill is so cool. I saw someone use like a cast on crit like idea for this. I mean, it was like they were running just through Blood Aqueduct and stuff. But like, it seems like a could be really stupid because of how many projectiles. But yeah, I don't know the entire interaction. I just thought it was a funny thing to point out. So on the tree, I say go for this because like, yeah, look at these 2 nodes and then that node. It's effective withered is really good. Damage pen is always like something we want. So that those points are pretty insane, as Grim would say. In the words of great words of good old Grimro. Absolutely insane. I can't do his voice. I'm not good at impersonating voices. I can do it in my head. Like I can imagine exactly how he says it, but like when it comes out of my mouth, not even close, baby. So I'm gonna try to get all these videos done back to back, up to finish Act 10, and then I'm gonna upload these back to back, because my original idea was like I would scatter it over 10 days, so you would have 10 days of straight uploads, which is amazing for you guys. You guys like content. You guys enjoy my content, right? Haha. Anyways, no, I can cringe anymore. I think like uploading 10 days in a row implies consistency, and I think that's really good for like my channel. I think YouTube probably likes that better and will promote my stuff more, like promote these one at a time. But the idea of this video is that you guys watch this Act 1 through Act 10 and level with me. So if I can get them all up at the same time, I think that's the best. And so that's what I'm going to be doing, is uploading all these as soon as possible, all together, so you guys can have the best experience. And that's what I've come to do. Rather have you guys enjoy the content than like how it's supposed to be. So this fight's super easy. You just gotta keep like moving in circles. He has a lot of moves that he like has to stop and attack for. This move you just gotta keep moving as well. You will get hit by some of them, save some flasks. But yeah, in general, just don't stop moving in this fight. If you stand still in this fight, he will punish you pretty hard because of he does a lot of damage. I mean, we're pretty freaking thick though. Look at us. Look at us. Look how thick we look with our like 0 pants robe and all our armor. That's what always annoyed me about the Templar. Like with the gear I have on now, another class would look pretty like actually okay because they have pants. Templar doesn't have pants, so he kind of just looks like he's like trolling. Or grab this essence. It's weeping, so it's kind of bad, but you know, whatever. After we go back to base next, we're gonna go to Lillian Act 6, and we're gonna pick up all the gems we need. I'm gonna pull up my POB, make sure I have all that going, slot in what I can, and then look for gear with certain colors. So here's the Trial of Ascendancy for Act 7. There's 2 in Act 7. 1 in Act 6, 2 in Act 7. And then we get to Ascend. Our second Ascendancy, big damage. it is actually big damage. I'm not like, I said that sarcastically, but it is actually pretty good. Alright. We want to hit our next 4 levels, big damage, so we want to hit those ASAP. Strong boxes are always good to hit. If you're worried about dying, which I probably should be, you should ID strong boxes because they can have freeze, explode, corpse explosion. Even cast Ice Nova is a little bit scary. Alright, long walk, extra long walk. Usually it's only like 1 little zigzag, not 2 zigzags. Crazy. At least in my head it's usually 1 zigzag. Alright, we go to this little exclamation point over here, hit the secret passage, go to the den. We could go back here, but we don't have really anything to turn in. We can turn in the fact that we did the map device stuff.
Hail.
But there's nothing to like physically like grab and turn into hideout for a reward. So we're gonna hold on to going back to hideout for now. You can go back to hideout there if you feel like it, but we're gonna hold on to it. We want an extra skill point. I can't spec this because it is just flat chaos damage, which is good for us. Am I leveling a void manipulation in the back? I might need to go get one of those as well. Alright, got then. You're gonna follow the road on this one. One way will be a dead end like me, so then just kill everything. There's a lot of mobs here actually. We'll kill this thick boy, let's do it. Let's despair him, let's wither him up. He's hexproof, so it didn't matter. That's what that little, if you ever see that little, when you see despair, you'll see a purple symbol over their head. But if you ever see a like black, like looks like kind of like a lock, that means hexproof. You'll see that on certain enemies. You'll see it on yourself a lot if you use Reedy's Veil, I think it's called, the helmet that makes you hexproof, which is like good for this build because we do curse ourselves a ton if you are using Soul Mantle, which is the best slot armor piece. I wonder how much a 6-link of that is going for right now. I might have to opt for a 5-link for now on that, which is unfortunate, but should be enough to like do all content in the game based on how this is working. Also, so I did calcs for my build. I don't have endgame, I didn't calculate endgame gear, but Despair had a higher DPS than Assassin's Mark. So I noticed some builds were running Assassin's Mark as their curse choice. And yeah, just I should be withering him. But yeah, I noticed Despair had more cheat DPS, which was interesting because yeah, why would everyone be using Assassin's Mark if it says Despair is better? So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. It might have to be something to do with my choice in or how much crit multi I have and crit chance I have. If I start scaling crit multi, Assassin's Mark probably does lead in DPS. But for now, Despair actually cleanly beats it. So I'm going to keep using Despair until I'm convinced Assassin's Mark is better. Which you guys will probably see the change in future POBs. But in the current POB where you have garbage gear, yeah, you should follow and use Despair for now. Oh, I missed the thicket. The thicket. We want to go into the thicket and find the fireflies. That's where I was actually going to go back after we got all the fireflies and killed the boy, the big thick beast. So what we're going to do is go here until we get to the waypoint. There's a waypoint here. Oh, I can't. I have to go back now. Chisel. Other totems off screen, that boy. What's up, Alva? I'm gonna skip Alvas. I should be running a lot of Alvas. If you guys are in Trade League, definitely run your Alvas. Get the Trap Room. Actually, I'm gonna check. If I have Trap Room, I might run Alva. Nope. So Trap Room, if you don't know what I mean, is there's it says a room's full of traps or something like that in the description of the room that you want to upgrade. If you get that to level 3, you could get a pair of gloves that are, as we say, meta, because trappers are kind of meta right now. So we're gonna head back to Northern River so we can go to the thicket. Oh, I did have void manipulation. Nice, good job, past penguin. So we're gonna head down a little more. We're looking for an orange arrow because we want the thickets. See, hexproof is this little symbol. Look above the monster's head. You see that little like lock symbol with like an eye in it? That's the hexproof symbol I was talking about. Oh, he hurt. Oh, is my filter still strict? Is that why I'm not seeing as many items? Yeah, it's on very strict. Let's go back to regular filter. I do want to see those juicy little items, because we do have a lot of upgrades to pick up. Deli's really good because if you get a totem, the totem cluster, I get super excited because that's what we want. So we want to find all these little fireflies. So you gotta search most of the area. Oh, that's a large. The 12 passive too. For large in general, if it says 12 passive, or if it says anything but 8 passive skills, you usually just want to like maybe leave it on the ground, unless it's like day 1 or day 2 of League. Then maybe pick them up. But if it says 12 passive or anything but 8, but it says minion damage, you actually do want to pick it up. The minion damage one. I know there are some builds out there that use the 12 passive variant for their minion damage stuff. Ouch. Oop. I'm sure he's cursed, and this should be it. I'm gonna put some dodging now. There we go. Alright, we'll I need this recovery rate. Yeah. Grab all these explanation points. It'll be good timing because these 2 passive points, I think I get 2 more passive points from quests. I think it's 2. Hopefully it's not only 1. And then we can get our chaos wheel of damage, and then we'll be juicing. Alright, deliver fireflies. That means go back. Good spot to go back. We'll turn in stuff to Aramir. Yep, we got 2 from him alone, so we did what we need to. I will talk to her. We like those boots. Don't take that. I mean, you can take that and do that quest, but I'm not going to do it. You don't need to. I put all these back. We'll ID all this stuff.
Greetings.
Greetings. You don't want that. You got life, but that's it. So 46 versus 30, but life. Nah. 74 life. It says like some res. This has like some res, so probably 10% movement speed, 7 life. That was suffix. No suffix, but it does have movement or lightning. Probably gonna be overcapped on this lightning stuff. Oh, hi kitty. Oh, not capped on lightning. Nice. Now I'm capped on lightning. Now I need to get capped on other things. All right.
Hello.
So we'll put those here. We'll
Hello.
vendor our old gear because no one's gonna
Farewell.
ever want that. Really. It's good crit flask. So we're gonna grab our points. We're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. Epic. Cause left side is just withered and stuff, which is pretty good, but like could be better. I thought we did his quest. We didn't. Let's go back to Act 6 really quick. Go to Line Eyes. Grab some stuff. Alright. So this is our setup. But we're gonna want another spell totem. So we're gonna want spell totem. Where's wither? Spell totem, wither. Multiple totems, which is going to be another alchemy orb. So prep spending that. What do you want, cat? It's like wigging out right now. Anyways, that. I forget which one's better. I'm just gonna use faster casting for now. So 2 red, 2 blue, which we can totally get on that. So we're gonna recolor this. Should be first try every time. So we got our wither totem, so I'm gonna put that right there. Got our flame dash. Got our despair self-casting still. Maybe we can change that in the future. We need this dexterity, unfortunately, but this is a good amulet. I'll keep it to the side. I want my minion to stay alive, so I'm gonna grab a minion life support and a meat shield, just so he stays alive. So I'll put these over here. I'll put clarity on too. We don't need a vitality. I don't think we use one. Crit, forbidden rites, and leveling up. Good penguin. What was my other setup? Path of building. I just made the guide yesterday and I can't ever remember it. Oh, cast 1 damage taken. I don't have that. I won't make that yet. Maybe I will, because I can just like link those two. Cast 1 damage taken. You could either do Immortal Call, or you can do Steel Skin. Steel Skin has better numbers, so I'm gonna do that. I'm trying to be more consistent with that, because I like alternate half the time. Hopefully we get this in one fusing. That's the goal. There we go. Steel Skin's gonna be level 10, and we'll level Arcane Cloak. We'll keep this here. Do we want anything else? No. Well, I'll think of a better setup later, but that's it for now. We probably should be pretty strong. Oh shoot, no, never mind. We don't want multiple totems on anymore on this. We want to recolor that. These gloves. We don't want 2 reds. We want a red, blue, green, or a red, blue, green. That works. So red, blue, green, and then increase crit strikes is probably the one we want. Yeah, crit strikes, not crit damage. And then we'll put our big boy multiple totems on. So I didn't need to buy another one. And then there's another blue gem we can put on. So we're gonna put on crit damage because we use that. I want to make sure we're leveling that. I could have added another one, but I didn't. Alright, anyways. Here's the setup now. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So, make sure we have clarity on. Despair I want right here. Put that there. This doesn't matter. Oh, I can put Arcane Cloak like here. Alright. So what we do, we can only cast 3 totems now. They should be doing more damage because we do have crit on them. So I'll level both of those up. But the thing is, our Wither totems don't impede on the maximum amount of totems we can have. So ideally it should be more DPS, more boss DPS. It's less map DPS, unfortunately, for sure. Because like just more totems is more better. You can quote me on that. But I think it's better to get used to the setup, especially like for me, because I'm going to be focusing on boss DPS more than like speed mapping, because I do have a speed mapper. I am very happy with it. Storm Rain, Lightning Arrow, fun build. I can't make this jump. Usually you can make this jump. If this was scooted over just a tiny bit, you would be able to make that jump. That is sad. So make sure you don't level up cast when damage taken. When that pops up, make sure you right click it. If you right click the little plus button on it, it will go away.
I have seen this place in my visions of doom.
Steel Skin we're still leveling up. It's not 10 yet. It's level 5, so it's level 6 now. Arcane Cloak we can level up as much as we want because big damage. And then yeah, I didn't know what other links would really help with this build. Obviously like Vol Haste, Vol Grace, Vol Righteous Fire, those kind of things will really help with like top end DPS on this build. And that's what a lot of builds here are doing, is that they just have like a ton of Vol skills. Because there's not really too many other skills to use. Like helper skills. So yeah, that's what a lot of builds are doing. But I don't know. I want to be a little different. If I can find something that helps just a little bit, I'll probably end up using it other than a bunch of Vol skills. I mean, Vol Righteous Fire probably still going to be used in this build in the end. Alright. Cast when damage taken is almost leveled. I'm going to make sure I right click it. Right click. So you'll see it right here still, but you won't have to deal with it anymore. You don't have to deal with it trying to level up. Same thing with Arcane Surge. You want that level 1 because you want to get Arcane Surge every time you Flame Dash. Did I turn in a little too early? Or is it right here? Nope, I turned in too early. So this map is the worst map layout. It's one of the hardest. I usually get it first try. This is weird. So what you want to do is when you get to this little lip, you want to go just left a little bit more. Oh, you can see it's ending right there. So you want to go up as much as you can. And then you'll start to see it force you left, and that's good. And then you're going to go back downwards. Alright, what level is Steel Skin? 7, so that's level 8. Counting to level 10. If you guys don't know the reason behind the levels, that means if you read what cast when damage taken, it says only support gems requiring level 38 or lower. And that changes with the level of cast when damage taken. So we want to make sure our gem we're trying to proc, which is Steel Skin, is below level 38. And the highest level it can be below level 38 is actually when it's level 10. So Immortal Call, if you're using that, make sure it's level 3. That's the requirement for cast 1 damage taken level 1. And we want to keep cast 1 damage taken as level 1 because every time you level it up, it says supported skills trigger when you take a total of, this says 528 damage. It changes per level. It gets higher. So it's eventually going to say like 1,000, 2,000 damage, 3,000 damage. And we don't want that. We want it to trigger as much as possible. Because that's the biggest way we can get damage mitigation, is that it takes a hit, even if it's a small hit, it will proc, and then we'll usually going to take more hits, especially if you take small hits, you're going to take a lot of them. So it mitigates as much damage as possible. Because if you get it to mitigate a big hit, usually that's like a big coordinated hit, and you could usually like dodge those, I feel like. I don't know. That's the best way I can explain it if you didn't really understand why you want the smallest amount of damage. You just want it to proc as often as possible. So that's the idea behind it. Steel Skin's level 8. So we're going to level up one more time, and then we're going to right click that gem as well. So it's unfortunate that I got a blue slot. I mean, it made sense for these gloves because of how these gloves are armor in evasion. So it makes sense that I get more red and blue. But if possible, 2 green I think would be better, because Void Manipulation is actually your best damaging skill gem. So if possible, try to get Void Manipulation on. So Forbidden Rite, Greater Volley or Volley, and then Void Manipulation is the next best. But alright, Spell Totem support is necessary, of course, because we are a totem build. I just forget to say add Spell Totem because eventually you get a Soul Mantle and you don't include that in the gem links. But, you know, happens. I'm gonna keep killing things. I want a little more levels. Level 54 and a 55, so it's not the worst. I know the boss is really soon, so I'm gonna keep leveling. I'm gonna kill more mobs. This build's actually pretty solid at leveling, because you can kind of drop a totem and leave. But our boss DPS should be insane now, because we can like guarantee max stacks of Wither. So this boss that we do should be really easy, because this is pretty much the end of the act already. I feel like this act goes by the fastest. Even though it didn't, I spent some time changing my gems and looking at it. So I could have done this a little bit faster, not a lot faster. But this act always does go by pretty quick. But yeah, we can also get our next Ascendancy. So we'll do that next episode. Our Ascendancy is, oh shoot, it's level 9. Okay, there we go. I got scared that I almost clicked it and it was already max level that we wanted. So yeah, we'll be doing the Ascendancy next. Monster level is level 55, so it will be the same monster level as this map. We'll see if we can hit one more level. We're leveling up a lot of things, which is nice. But let's see if we can hit level 56 really quick. If not, it's no big deal, but I'm setting an arbitrary goal. Nope. I think that's it. I don't think going into this little doorway will make it happen, but I'll just go in just because. Oh, it does. That was a blue pack, so that's probably why. Alright, so we get 2 points. We're going to go into our cast speed node right here because this is pretty insane. 10% cast speed for a node is really good. Put our Wither Totems down and look at this. Getting deleted. Already on phase 2. I can't even show you guys this fight. I'm killing it too fast now. So this fight actually has only a few attacks to look out for. It'll start sucking in balls. So obviously don't stand on the lasers. You can kind of see a pattern. It'll start sucking in balls where it stands. That will hurt. And then it has a little shotgun move. This move will actually kill you. And then it'll start sucking in balls once it's low. Like, you see these little balls right here? It'll suck in a lot of those. Those will actually hurt you a lot as well. So make sure you are aware of not getting hit constantly by those. You'll do good. That's the end of the video. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.